Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch our toes once more. And then hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And now we'll go round and round, round and round. And then stop. Now we'll go back the other way. Round and round the other way. Round and round. And stop. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So recently in English class, we've been doing a lot of work in the present perfect tense. We've been learning how past actions can be used to describe things that are still relevant in the present. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Present is P-R-E-S-E-N-T. And present means now. And the next word, perfect. P-E-R-F-E-C-T. And finally, tense. And what tense means the time period that we're talking in. So let's say this phrase together, guys. Present, perfect, tense. Okay. And recently, we've learned how to use two specific words in the present perfect tense. Can anybody remember what these words were? I'll give you a clue. The first one begins with H. Have you ever? Well done, guys. Ever. E-V-E-R. And then, that was the word we used to describe the question. The next word is very similar, but begins with the word N. Never. Well done, well remembered. So we've got ever and never. And what we've been practicing to do, in the present perfect tense, we learned how to use the word ever to ask a question. And when we ask a question using ever, it means, have you done something any time in your life? But then we learned how to describe things that we don't ever have done. And that's how we use the word never. For example, the question phrase will look like this. We'll have Q for question. Have you ever? Now, who can think of a question phrase that we can use? Who can ask me a question? Have you ever? Have you ever? Okay, very good. If it's present perfect tense, it won't be go to space because it's the past. It will be been. Been to space. Okay, so the question together, guys. Have you ever been to space? Yes. And have I ever been to space? Never. So the way that we respond is like this. I have never. You see? I have never. And then we finish the statement with the question. I have never. Who can finish that for me?
Question mark.
Not question mark yet. Now the answer. I have never.
Been to space.
Perfect. You see how we end the statement with the question. Okay, so now let's practice the question phrase using ever and the answer phrase using never in the present perfect tense. So the question first, guys. Have you ever been to space?
Been to space.
And obviously the answer, I have never been to space.
Been to space.
And that's how we use ever and never in the present perfect tense. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write some ever questions on the board and then have my students come forward and demonstrate how to answer them using the word never. So first of all, I need to think of some questions. Let me see. I know. We'll talk about played. Remember, the past tense verb of play is played. So the question, have you ever play? Now we have the verb play, but in the past tense, because it's a regular verb, it becomes played tennis. Okay, tennis, good. E-N-N-I-S. Now let me think. Who can this question go to? And well done, Lackout. Remember, every question when we write it needs to end with the question mark. Prel, have you ever played tennis? Now, can you come forward and demonstrate how to answer using never? So first of all, guys, let's ask Prel the question again. Have you ever played tennis? And now Prel will demonstrate how to answer. The answer, I have never. And then we use the remainder of the question, played tennis. But remember, no question mark to form the end of the answer. So P-L-A-Y-E-D. And then the sport, tennis. Excellent, Prau. That's very well done. So let's ask the question again. Have you ever played tennis? And Prau will answer.
I have never played tennis.
You see how we use the words ever for the question and never for the answer in the present perfect tense. Prau, that was excellent. Big round of applause for Prau, please, guys. Okay, so that was how we used the verb play as played in the past tense. Let's do one more example together, but let's change the verb. So let me see, we have space on the board here. Yes, we can write another question here. So this time we'll talk about food. Have you ever? Correct. Have you ever eaten? Now let me see, let's try to think of a food that somebody has not eaten before. I know, spaghetti. S-P-A-G-H-E-T-T-I. Now what have I forgot to put at the end?
Question mark.
Question mark, excellent. So now, let's ask this question together. Have you ever eaten spaghetti? Now let's see what student can come forward and answer this question using the word never. And this time, we'll choose Net. So Net will now come forward and demonstrate how to answer. So notice, guys, how the verb eat becomes eaten in the past tense. And now Net can answer by saying, I have never excellent. So we have the answer, and then I, well done, Net, have brilliant. And now we need our word never. Never signifies something that we haven't done in our lives up to that point. N-E-V-E-R. And then we can use the rest of the question, so the verb and the complement. Eaten spaghetti. E-A-T-E-N. And spaghetti is spelled S-P-A-G-H-E-T-T-I. Excellent, Net. Very well done. So let's all ask Net the question together. Have you ever eaten spaghetti? And Net can answer, I have never eaten spaghetti. Net, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. Now that was a recap of the previous couple of lessons when we were using ever and never as question and answers. We're going to move on to something different today. We're going to learn how sounds that are the same when we speak them can be spelled differently. For example, guys, can you say these words after me? Head. Okay? Head. Bed. Bed. Now listen to the sound. Does it sound the same? Head, bed. Head, bed. Okay. Head, bed. Bed, head. So look at this. We spell head, H-E-A-D. And then bed is spelled B-E-D. Now what do you notice? How many letters in head? 4. How many in bed? Yes, because sometimes the sound will be spelt E-A, such as head. But sometimes the sounds in words is simply spelt E. So one more time, guys. Head. Bed. What we'll be doing in today's lesson is we'll be investigating how the phonic sound E in words is sometimes spelled EA and in other words is spelled just E. So that when we say the words, they sound exactly the same. But what our students need to understand is that when they're spelt, sometimes they are spelt with the EA words and letters and sometimes with just E. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking of some of the different words containing the EA and E spellings. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So now let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about EA and E spellings. Yes, because as we seen earlier, some words like head are spelt EA. And some words that sound the same, like bed, are simply spelt E. So let's take a look at some of these words, guys. The first ones we'll look at are EA spellings. Feather. The student painted a beautiful picture of a feather in art class. Now look at the letters in red. What letters can you see in red? EA. So the E sound is spelt EA in feather. Bread. The local bakery bakes and sells fresh bread every day. And what letters can you see in red? EA. So again, bread is another word with the E sound, EA spelling. Head. We can see the statue of the head of the Buddha when we visit the temple. And once again, you can see head, as we demonstrated on the board earlier, is spelt EA. Heavy. Yes, look at this truck. What can you notice about the truck in the picture? The truck is tipped upside down because look at the amount of wood that it's trying to carry. The wood was too heavy for the truck to carry the load. The truck went up, like tipped upside down. Now, how do we spell heavy? What letters in red? EA. Okay? Weather. The weather was too bad for the children to play outside. What type of weather can you see? Rain. Can you play outside when the weather's like this?
No.
Exactly. And how is weather spelt? What two letters? EA. So let's practice these 5 words again before we move on. Feather. Bread. Head. Heavy. Weather. Excellent, guys. But now we're going to look at the same sound, but only spelt this time E. No A in these words, just the letter E. For example, red. The teacher marked the student's work with a red pencil. Yes. Now, how is red spelt? Is it EA or E? E. Same sound like bread, but only red has E. Spend. If we want to buy things we like, we have to spend some money. Excellent. Now the word spend means to buy something. If we have to give somebody money in exchange for goods and services, we spend money. Now is spend spelled E or E-A? What letter can you see in red? Excellent, just E. Present. It is nice to receive a present when it is our birthday. Yes, when we have a birthday, it's nice to receive a gift. And that gift is what we call present. Is present spelled E or E-A? Yes, you can see the letter in red. It's only E, but the same sound. Help. The man gave his friend some help to climb the mountain. Yes. Look in the picture here. How many people can you see? Two people. And you can see one guy is helping his friend to climb. This is what we mean by help. Now, what letter can you see in red? E. So you know help just has the E spelling. Not E-A, but it's the same phonic sound. And one more. Shelf. All of the books in the library were placed on the shelf. Yes. And once again, you can see shelf just contains letter E. So let's practice the E spellings one more time. Red. Spend. Present. Help. Shelf. So notice how the same phonic sound can be spelled differently, either E-A or E. So you guys need to remember when it comes to spelling. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can begin to understand how the E sound in phonics can be spelled two different ways. E-A, or words containing just E. And what we've got coming up is a flashcards exercise for our students to practice some more. But first of all, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by doing some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And now we'll do some stretches. Let's do 5 to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And let's do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And let's shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. And now we can take our right hand and find our left foot. And next we can take our left hand, find our right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. One more time, guys. Shake it out once more. And to finish, we will do 5 start jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So now it's time for our flashcards exercise. So teachers, you'll have to print out all the flashcards for the lesson and attach some tape to the back, ready for our students to bring to the board and practice spelling. But who can remember, guys, in this lesson, what two different spellings are we practicing? We've got the sound, and they are either spelt using the letters EA and E. So like we've seen in the PowerPoint presentation, the sound, such as head, is spelt using EA. But the sound in red is simply spelt E. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have my students practice by giving them a flashcard of a picture of one of the features of the PowerPoint presentation. They can bring the flashcard forward and put it in the correct column before spelling the word. So let's see who can go first. So first one today, who can go? And the first student is Nadia. So Nadia, come and join me at the front of class, please. And Nadia can show her flashcard to the front of class. What can we see, guys? What do we put our books on? Shelf. Excellent. Now let's think, does shelf have the EA spelling or E? E. Excellent. So Nadia knows where to put her flashcard. And Nadia will now show how to spell shelf correctly. S-H-E-L-F. Brilliant, Nadia. Very well done. So we can all say together, shelf is using the E spelling. High five for Nadia and a big round of applause, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and do the same activity with your own students for around 10 minutes or so. And remember to choose a different student each time. And we're going to carry on playing here. So the next student can be Pacmung. Come and join me at the front of class, please. So what can we say in Pacmung's flashcard? Weather. Okay, now how do we spell weather? With E or with EA? EA is correct. So Pacmung, you can place weather in the correct column, and then we can help Pacmung to spell weather. W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Excellent. So all together, guys, weather is EA spelling. Pacmung, very well done. Big round of applause for Pacmung, please, guys. Okay, so let's see who's next. And now it's for Pacmung. So Pacmung, come and join me at the front, please. And what word do we see in our picture now? Help. He is giving help to his friend. But how do we spell help? Correct. It goes in the E column. And then we spell help H-E-L-P. Brilliant, Pacmung. So all together, guys, help using the E spelling only. Pacmung, that was excellent. Big round of applause for Pacmung, guys. Okay, time for our next flash. And this one is with Net. So Net, come and join me at the front. Now remember from the PowerPoint presentation, the lorry that was tipped up, what do we think about the wood? Heavy. Yes, the wood is too heavy and the vehicle has tipped up. But how do we spell heavy? With E or EA? EA is correct. So now we'll help Net to spell heavy. H-E-A-V-Y. Excellent. Well done, Net. So all together, guys, heavy, EA. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. Okay, and on to our next student now. And this is something we might like to receive on our birthday or at Christmas. So Lakgao, can you come and show it at the front of class? What can we see, guys? Present. Now, is present an EA spelling or is it E? Yes. So you can place it on the board there, please, Lakgao. And we can help Lakgao to spell present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Excellent, Lakgao. So all together, guys, present, spelling with E. Big round of applause for Lakgao, please, guys. Okay, and now for our next flashcard. Now it's Pat's turn. So Pat, come and join me at the front of class. And what can we see on Pat's flashcard, guys? We can see a head. Now, how do we spell head? With E or with E-A? Correct. So Pat, you can place it on the correct part of the board and we can help Pat to spell head. H-E-A-D. Brilliant. So all together, guys, head, E-A spelling. Pat, very well done. Big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. We've still got a few flashcards left, so let's see who can go next. Next, it's Prow's turn. So Prow, come and join me at the front of class, please. Now, who can remember what this word is? When we have to use money to buy things, spend. Well done, Lakgao. But do we spell spend with E-A or E? Correct. So Prow can place it on the correct part of the board. But how do we spell spend, guys? S-P-E-N-D. Excellent. Spend with the E spelling. Prow, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Prow, please, guys. Okay, so we've still got a few flashcards left. Let's see who can go next. And now the flashcards is with Chew. So Chew, come and join me at the front, please. And what can we see on Chew's flashcards? Bread. How do we spell bread, guys? With just E or with E-A? E-A is correct. So Chew, you can place it on the correct part of the board. Brilliant. B-R-E-A-D. Excellent. So the word that Chew has spelled, bread. Okay, well done, Chew. And our next flashcards we will give with down. Okay, so down, bring your flashcards to the front of class. And what can we see on Down's flashcard, guys? Feather. And how can we spell feather with E or with E-A? Correct. So what part of the board, Down? Excellent. And then we can help Down to spell feather, F-E-A-T-H-E-R. Excellent. So all together, guys, feather, E-A spelling. Very well done, Down. Big round of applause for Down. Okay, so we have one more flashcard left. Now I will demonstrate the final one. What can we see here, guys? Red, pencil. Will I spell red, E-A or E? E. Okay, and can someone help me to finish the spelling? R-E-D. So now we have all of our flashcards on the board. The E-A spellings, heavy, bread, weather, head, and feather. And finally, the E spellings, red, shelf, present, help, and spend. This is how the same words with the same spellings or the same sound, are spelt differently, either E-A or E. So very well done, guys. That was great. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, you'll have to make sure that every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what we've got is a series of sentences that were featured in the PowerPoint presentation, all of them containing words with either the EA or the E spelling. But those words are missing from the sentences. Our students have to choose the correct word to complete each sentence and then write it in the space provided. But what's the first thing to do, guys?
Write your name on top.
Names on top first. So Pacmung, this one's for you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Blau, here's yours.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Dan, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chu, here's yours. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Pacmung. And Net, for you. Okay, guys, so names on top first, and then try to choose the correct words to complete each of the sentences. And if you need any help with the spellings or that, guys, the words are in the box at the top. Try to think back to the PowerPoint presentation. The student painted a beautiful picture of a feather. Yes, the painting was of the feather. So we can write the word feather to complete the first sentence. And the next one, all of the books in the, number 3. The local bakery bakes and sells so all of the books. Where can you see the books, Net? What picture can you see the books? The books are here, so they are on the shelf. We can see a statue of the, if we go to the temple, what will we see? The head of the Buddha, yes. Okay, so Net, can you see the pictures? Can you try to figure out for yourself? This is why you need to look at the PowerPoint presentation, so you know. The man gave his friend some help. Friend some. Remember when they were climbing the mountain? What is he doing? Help. The local bakery bakes and sells fresh. What can we buy from the bakery, Nadia? What food, what type of food can we get from the bakery? Bread. The wood was too. Okay, correct. Have a look at the picture of the truck. Look at the wood and look at the truck. The wood was too heavy. And then, when it's our birthday, what do we like to receive? On your birthday, you might receive a present. Present, yes. A present is another word for gift that we can receive on our birthday or at Christmas. We can see a statue of the, so what statue can you see? What picture has a statue? Head. Head of the Buddha. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise where they had to complete the sentences by putting the correct words with the EA or E spellings in the correct spaces. My students here all did an excellent job, and we're going to practice speaking for you now. So ready, guys? The student painted a beautiful picture of a feather in art class. All of the books in the library were placed on a shelf. The local bakery bakes and sells fresh bread every day. The man gave his friend some help to climb the mountain. We can see a statue of the head of the Buddha when we visit a temple. It is nice to receive a present when it is our birthday. The wood was too heavy for the truck to carry the load. You can see how the truck is tipped up because the wood's too heavy. And finally, if we want to buy things we like, we have to spend money. And that's how the same words that have the same sound, can be spelled differently according to EA or E. And guys, that was great. Very well done. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and now understand more about the sound and its two different spellings. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.